Gosh, now I can't even remember, JoJo. Go ahead.
The Doctrine of
Doctrine of
Discovery.
Discovery.
That's us.
I got deer in the headlight.
No, she's
Okay.
You're fine.
All right. So do you want to go ahead and start, JoJo?
Yeah, I'll just give an introduction and then you guys can chime on in. What we're going to be discussing tonight is a foundational principle in federal Indian law. It's called the Doctrine of Discovery. And it's something that has become trendy and in vogue for Native Americans, Indigenous people, that they've heard of it now and they know about it. I didn't hear about it until law school. And at that point, I was like 26 years old. And I never understood the legal principle of how the federal government got to do to us Native people what they did to us. Basically, I'm just going to sum it up briefly for the beginning, then we can stretch it out and examine the details. But basically what the Doctrine of Discovery is back when the discoverers in Europe, we're talking about I'm going to go back to the 1400s. When they started sending explorers to the New World and they found America, basically that was 1492, Columbus discovered America. Well, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain had sent him here. They financed his trip, hoping that he would find gold and other resources, which he did find a lot of resources, and he found Native people. And if you read his diary, he says how kind-hearted these people were and how easily he thought he could manipulate them, how they didn't know about iron. They had no sharp weapons. They even cut themselves on his sword because they didn't understand, the principle of sharpness with iron. That they could easily be manipulated. They could easily be held for slaves or taken back to Europe and used for labor, because what they were planning on doing was developing the New World, and they knew they needed cheap labor. So, being Christians, though, Europeans needed some kind of ticket, some kind of permission, some permission slip to tell them that what they were doing was morally and ethically okay, because they didn't want to go to hell for, killing people or stealing land. They thought themselves to be very upright and moral. So Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand asked the Pope about this problem of, well, we're investing in discovering lands, and what we're finding there are these savages. And, they are on the land. So how do we solve this moral dilemma? So the Pope, at that point, it was Pope Alexander VI, I think. I think it was Pope Alexander VI.